Hi everyone, it's John Gualtieri here with this week's Power Shot. Last Power Shot we talked about goals. There were 7 areas for goals, and what I had said was going forward I was going to take 2 of those areas at a time. Today we're going to talk about spiritual goals and health and fitness goals. Now guys, here's the deal. What's for me may not be for you, but if I don't have my spiritual foundation and my health and fitness foundation, my relationships are not what they need to be, and relationships are number 3 in my pecking order. So I've got to have a good foundation spiritually and relationally. So let's talk about spiritual goals. You know, the vast majority of people with whom I work are believers. They believe in God. Oh my gosh, he used the G word again. And so they have a higher power upon which to rely. But when I ask about this area, I often hear, well, I've got to do better. Well, better at what? They've never set a clear standard in that wheelhouse. You know, if you say I've got to do better, what does that mean? Does that mean prayer and meditation in the morning? Does that mean going to church? Does that mean, belonging to a church group? What does that mean? You can't say I've got to do better at nothing. So you've got to have some clear cut standards there behaviorally. When it comes to health and fitness, man, this is a tough area. I would say about 2/3 of the people with whom I speak about goals, and I ask, what's the most important thing right now? What if you get your arms around this, man, everything's going to be better. Invariably, what I am told is that my levels of health and fitness are really poor. I don't feel great. I run out of energy. My clothes aren't fitting. I'm not eating well. On and on it goes. And so if you're in this wheelhouse, you are not alone. And here's the best counsel I can offer. Start out slowly. If you go to the gym and you kill yourself, the next morning you're going to wake up either injured or really sore. You're going to associate massive pain with being fit, and you'll never go back. Start by walking maybe an hour 4 or 5 times a week and build from there. As far as your food program goes, boy, that's a tough area. It's a billion dollar industry, and there are things that we can do to mitigate that area. And what I will tell you is one of the most important things, is the hardest thing to do, especially if you have a spouse and you have children and they're not on board with you, is keep the house clean. If there's junk in the house, you're going to eat it. I mean, it's really that simple. But it's a tough thing to do. I understand it. It's not an easy area. And I think that in the words of M. Scott Peck, once we accept something is really hard, paradoxically, it gets easier. So if you know anyone who might benefit from this week's Power Shot, please pass it on. And in the meantime, get out there, chop wood, carry water, and do it like you mean it. God bless.